Today we're going to do a cardio and core HIIT circuits. So we're going to start with some mountain climbers. We're going to do elevated mountain climbers. It's a little easier on the back. You can choose 2 levels. You can go a little higher on something like a chair or a coffee table or a couch, or you can go lower like on a bench. Either way, you want to do 30 seconds of each, and you want to either speed it up to make it harder or keep it nice and slow if that's a good tempo for you. You want your back nice and straight and your core engaged during this whole time. So here's the nice slow version, or you can speed it up or do a mixture of both to get the heart rate up. Next, we'll do some elevated burpees for 30 seconds. So I'm using a chair. I'm going to jump out, jump back in, and then raise the hands overhead. This gets the heart rate level, gets the heart rate up, but it also doesn't hurt the back. So just keep the movement going to keep your heart rate going. Make sure that you've got your core engaged and your back is nice and straight during the jump outs and jump ins. And you can move to the step if you want a little more of a challenge, or you can add that push up in there between the hand raise and the jump out. So this is what it looks like to do it with the step. So it's a little bit lower, it's a little more core engagement, and you can get the heart rate up a little more because you've got to move a little more, the body's got to move a little more. But it's still not too hard as a regular burpee where you're down on the ground and adding that push-up. So still great for postpartum, still a little easier on the back. 30 seconds for either one, whatever you choose. Some jumping jacks for 30 seconds. So these can be walking jumping jacks, just like this, where I'm stepping side to side and raising the hands overhead. Or you can do regular jumping jacks where you're actually jumping, or a combination of both. Either way, 30 seconds total. So you want to make sure that you have your core engaged and that it's not too much on your joints. So go back and forth between them, feel it out, see what it feels like. Now we're going to start circuit 2. So we're going to start with some toe tap crunches, 15 times for these. So I'm just crunching up, reaching toward my toes, but I'm pulling that core in as I reach up and I'm exhaling. So I'm not just pooching. Then we'll go into a reverse crunch 10 times. So again, pulling the abs in as I press those heels up to the ceiling. Not just using my momentum, but actually using the abs to pull me and exhaling as I push up. Then we'll finish up with some bear shoulder taps. So get into bear position. I tilt the pelvis down to engage the core and to make the back nice and straight. You could put a cup across my back and it wouldn't spill. I'm going to lift my knees off the floor and I'm going to tap my shoulders, keeping that same form, keeping the back straight and the core engaged. 10 times per arm. I tilt the hips a little, but the less you can tilt the hips, the stronger you are in that core. So just keep working at it and keeping those knees up. Now we're going to start all over again with circuit 1. This is our second round. So again, our elevated mountain climbers or our step mountain climbers. Make sure the back is straight and the core is engaged. You can either do a walking mountain climber just like this, nice and slow, or a fast-paced one, as long as that back stays in good form. And you can do the step, or you can do the chair, or you can do a combination of all of those. Just see what feels good for you for 30 seconds. And then we move into our burpees. So jumping out, jumping in, hands overhead. Out, in, hands overhead. Straight back, core engaged. These are strong planks when you jump out. It's not passive, it's active. You're thinking about using that whole body. And you can do this on the chair or you can do it on the step. You go as fast as feels right for your body, but do it for 30 seconds. Now we're going to our jacks, so walking or normal or a combination of both for 30 seconds. Just keep the body moving, keep that heart rate high. You'll feel the sweat starting to drip at this point. You'll definitely see your heart rate raising at this point. You can do a combination of walking and jumping. I kind of like that to give my pelvic floor a break, but keep it going. And then we'll go into circuit 2 for the second time, starting with those toe tap crunches 12 times. So remember pulling that core in as we crunch up and reach toward the toes, exhaling as you crunch. And then the reverse crunch. Remember, pull the lower abs in. Press those heels toward the ceiling, not just the momentum of your legs swinging, but really pulling with the abs. Exhale as you press up. Let's finish this workout with the bear shoulder taps again. Remember that back is straight, so you're tilting that pelvis down and engaging the core. If you were to put something on your back, it would stay there. It wouldn't fall off or fall into a groove. And tap those shoulders. So nice, strong, active core in this. Really using that core strength. Awesome job.